Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Real or Rumor, and here we are in 2016, Cheryl, and I'm just slightly, just a tiny bit, or maybe a lot of bit, a little sad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know why.
Well, there's kind of this trend, anybody that's worked in businesses and had coworkers and that, it just seems like everybody is kind of reaching that point where they've, at least in the city, where they've been with the city a long time. I know the water guys, they always talk about the water guys, 30 years and 40 years, but now we're losing kind of one of our own, Mr. Russell.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
After 31 and a half years.
That is so hard to fathom.
Yeah. It's
I'm just like,
hard to
31
believe.
years.
It's so hard to believe he doesn't want to keep working with me.
Yeah, well, yeah.
At least 10 more years.
Because the reason he's going is because of you. Not.
No, not. Better not be.
Well, and he, he's got some things coming up, and I told him when he let me know that he was going on to new and other things. I said, you realize you're going to be busier. It's just going to get busier as you.
Yep.
I don't think he's not necessarily retiring.
He's not necessarily retiring.
Yeah.
He's been fortunate to find a new position in Estes Park, which is where he's been living for the last nearly 4 years.
Right.
And so certainly, the drive, beautiful as it may be, it's a lot of time on the road every single day, and I think it was taking its toll, and he was ready for something different.
Yeah.
And so nobody blames him. Well, I kind of blame him. Because I said to him, why did you buy a house in Estes Park like 10 years before you were going to retire? You should have waited till like the year before, and then, did the commute, and then you're ready to retire. And then
Logic
you just retire.
would say this, yeah.
But he didn't consult me.
No.
Work-life doesn't necessarily get you any, weight in those conversations.
Did you say work-wife?
Work-wife.
Oh.
Yep. So
Work-life.
he's leaving us this month and starting his new job. And
I have to say my first memory of Russ, and then we'll get to our rumor today, was we had just moved here from Kansas and had moved into our apartment before we bought our house. And I'm like, I need an answer to this question. And the first thing that popped in my mind was the city clerk's office always knows everything. And of course, Russell answered the phone. And he did.
And you weren't even an employee
at that point. No, I wasn't even an employee.
Yeah.
We had just moved here. Yeah. And Russ was kind of my first city employee interaction, and he answered the question and then even gave me more than what I'd asked for, and I remembered that. I remembered that piece of it. So thank you, Russell. Thank you for all your time.
For sure.
And for all the people that you've helped. I know there are a ton of them out there.
Yes,
so
there are.
We're going to miss him, but we also wish him well. He's a rock star.
Well, yeah, as much as I like to tease him and, act like I'm mad at him, I'm really happy for him. Yeah. And I know he watches this show on YouTube. And so, Russ, it's feeling like I'm losing my right arm.
Yeah.
Or a limb. But I've been grateful to have the time, 25 years that I've had with him. So.
Well, and knowing Russ, that's not the last we'll see of him.
No,
He'll find some way to pick on us or harass us. Or
he'll be calling to test us.
Yeah.
And our customer service skills.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Well, he's taught us well. We'll do our best.
All right. Well, so thanks, Russell. And we're going to go to our rumor today,
we actually have a rumor.
which has nothing to do with Russ at all. But that's okay.
We could have made a whole segment about Russ.
We could have. All the different, we could have talked about all the different hairstyles of Russ. Okay, he'll know what we're talking about. Okay, so here's our rumor for today. Greeley's parks have some new signage, but someone must have messed up. They don't match.
They don't match.
What's up with that?
Well, it's true they don't match.
Yeah.
But they're really not supposed to.
Oh.
So if you drive around town, you're seeing the new signage. I love the new signage.
Do you like them?
I do. Yeah. I feel like it's given them sort of a fresh sort of look at the park, and everything looks a little bit more modern. So, because I've been looking at the same signs for the 30 years I've been looking at Greeley.
Sure.
Or living in Greeley.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with them, but certainly they're sort of a fresh sort of look.
Yeah.
as you're driving by or entering a park.
So I
like them.
Yeah, I like them too. I like the color, and like you said, I think they give a little bit more of a modern look. And
They do.
but I guess my question is why are they doing that? Because some of these parks did have signs already in existence. So
so the city of Greeley, believe it or not, has a total of 41 parks that are actually receiving the new signs.
Yeah. Wow.
So many of the old signs, just by way of a reason for it, they were in disrepair or they were missing.
Really?
Over time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
and so
that's not good.
They were starting to show their age.
Sure.
Basically.
Yeah.
Like some of us on set here. Talking about myself.
I don't know what you're talking about.
In 2014, a design team was actually hired to help establish some guidelines for the signs in an effort to kind of bring some continuity, some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Some
recognition?
I already said it, continuity.
Continuity.
And recognition to our parks.
Yeah.
There you go. So they're heavy duty signs. They're built to last.
Yeah.
The signs are made of steel and high-density polyethylene plastic. What this does is it really ensures that they'll last a long time and that maintenance will be easy for our staff.
Well, I have to say,
when that time comes.
At Bittersweet, that was the first signs I noticed that they put in. And I thought, there's the
consistency. That's the word I was using or looking for.
That's a good word. Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. The pole that goes up and the pole that goes across, and of course the sign hangs from that.
Yes.
I thought they were wood. And it wasn't until later that I was walking by one, I'm like, well, that's really nice. They're wood. I'm like, how long will the wood last? They were wood signs before.
Right.
And I went up there, it was like, bong, bong, bong. And I'm like, oh, they're steel.
Yep, see?
I thought
and I
those
think it's just
suckers
lesson
are gonna
learned,
last.
right?
Yeah.
Like the wooden signs didn't, obviously they served their time, but I think we learned a lesson from that. And, and they're
and like you
steel.
said, these have a little bit more of a contemporary feel to them.
They do.
And they're more streamlined, if you will.
Yeah, they
kinda
are.
got that. But they're really nice.
Just a little note about the funding. This project for the new signage was funded through the Quality of Life funding.
Oh, so it's part of that. And that was
part of that,
2002?
Yeah, I actually didn't realize that. So
I
that's
didn't
where the
either.
money's coming
Okay.
from. So back to the big question about the difference in colors,
what's
right?
the color differences? Yeah.
So no mistake.
No?
Nope, they're meant to be two different colors.
I've seen a blue and I've seen a green.
I know. This is really fun to explain because I didn't know this either. I saw a green one, I saw a blue one. I'm like, oh, I bet there's some orange, some yellow, but that's not the case.
No. Okay.
The larger community regional park signs are blue and white with the neighborhood and open space signs in the sage color, the green color.
Oh.
So the larger community parks blue, the neighborhood and open space signs are in green.
So the difference between the two is...
basically the size of the park. Really.
Oh, okay.
If
I mean, I understand the open space, but a neighborhood park versus a community park, it's like a park's a park, right? But
I think the size is really what separates the two.
Cool.
These are part of a family of signs that include trail identification and rules and regulation signage as well. Those pieces of the signs will be added down the road. Those aren't in place
So there's
yet.
more to come.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, and as many of our viewers have experienced, there have also been some great improvements to playground equipment and facilities, including bathrooms and picnic areas, and just more of that to come, as spring and summer comes along.
It's been really fun just to see some of the new things that have gone in. Of course, the new bathrooms are always nice to have, but it's good to see the signage. And I mean, our parks are just going to kind of look all new and refreshed.
Yeah, they are.
And I know they've been adding sidewalks to some of the older ones that they didn't have that before. So
lighting.
Very cool. That was one of my favorite things about Greeley when we moved here.
The parks. Tell me about it. That's one of the things that I hear most when people call too. Is I just cannot believe the parks. So everywhere you go, there's a park. So proud of that.
There it is again.
So so you can find out more by visiting greeleygov.com/parks.
Awesome. Well, thank you for letting me know, because I was sitting there, I honestly thought somebody messed up, or you know how sometimes they do a color lot and the color got changed just a little bit, and I thought, oh no, they messed up. They're going to have to go back and fix it.
It was intended.
So it designates the size of the park. Very cool. Well, thank you for that.
You bet.
I learned something new.
Very good.
I hope you did too.
Yes.
Well, that's going to do it for us this time on Real or Rumor. And as Cheryl and I have told you a couple of times, you can check us out here on GTV8.
A couple of places.
Right?
Yep.
And there's one more. YouTube.
Yeah. YouTube.
So make sure you check us out on YouTube. You can watch some more editions of Real or Rumor and learn some more stuff maybe you didn't know.
That's right.
All right. Well, until next time, I'm Amy Freeland.
I'm Cheryl Aragon.
We'll see you then.